Welcome. So we will begin with the principle of fire. It has already been mentioned that the akasha, or principle of ether, is the cause of the formation of the elements, meaning all of the elements originate from the quintessence, life energy, the akashic principle, the ether. According to the oriental writings, the first element to come out of the akasha is Tejas, the principle of fire. This element, as well as the others, is effective not only on our physical plane, but in everything that has been created. The fundamental attributes of the fire principle are heat and expansion. That is why at the beginning of any creation there is fire and light. Even the Bible begins with the words, Fiat Lux, let there be light. Light, of course, has fire at its foundation. Every element has two polarities, namely active and passive, or plus and minus, and this applies to the fiery element as well. The plus is always constructive, creative, and procreative, whereas the minus is decomposing and deconstructive. When we speak of an element, we must always speak of two fundamental attributes. Religion has always attributed goodness to the active part and evil to the passive part. Fundamentally, however, there is neither good nor evil. This is all based upon human concepts. In the universe, there exists neither good nor evil because everything has been created in accord, in accordance with immutable laws. As thy will, in accordance with immutable laws. As above, so the below, as the magician understands that these divine principles are reflected in these laws, and only through knowing these laws will we be able to get closer to the divine. We must also remember and understand that in this mention, in this description, as a logical bridge of the plus being constructive and the minus being negative, we must bear one thing in mind, that when we observe and understand from the occult anatomy, from a higher science and deeper understanding, that the combustive, the consuming fire, the masculine aspect force is, as they say, the constructive, the positive. It is the combustive. On the other side you have the creative, the negative, which is actually the feminine, the implosive, the violet flame, the eternal flame, the one that does not burn, this life-bringing force. Something just to consider. As mentioned previously, the fire principle is in possession of expansion. In order to have a better idea of this principle, we will call it the electrical fluid. Later we will discover the reason for the analogy between the electrical fluid and material electricity. The elemental principle of fire is active and latent in everything created in the entire universe, from the smallest grain of sand to the highest that is visible, as well as that which is invisible. Together we shall cultivate the awareness, the understanding, the wisdom, actionable play, and sensational great works of harnessing this life force, vital, the ether, mana, prana, chi, the akashic principle, Together we shall cultivate and understand within to see reflected without the more elegant qualities of these elements, these principles. We continue next with the water principle. Thank you.